this on the cloud. All right, so today we're going to be going over Google My Business Posts, Google My Business Posts, Google My Business Posts. All right, we're going to be going over, so on the GeoGrid, we've already shown you without even doing GMB optimization, without doing any posts or any of that stuff, we've already got the GeoGrid. George got me using this term, green like a cabbage. So every time I talk about GeoGrids anymore, I've been saying green like cabbage. I actually love cabbage. So it makes sense anyway. So nevertheless, it's green. We're already in the top three. We took it from red to yellow and orange to light greens, and now it's just dominant. Okay. But the little tweaks we're probably going to do now is it's going to solidify it. And that's what we want to do. We're going to be going over the type of posts and, you know, whatnot, and how do I optimize it and everything else. And some things that you kind of need to be careful of that most people are not careful of whenever they're optimizing a GMB. Some things to think about versus instead of as a business owner versus a SEO. Because most people, especially SEOs and marketers, they think, for example, why was my business listing suspended? And I can tell you, generally speaking, it's because you're treating your GMB like a marketer slash business, not like a business owner. Okay. So there are some things you have to be careful of. All right, let's go ahead and do a screen share. Go straight into this. And I'm going to give you a template that's going to show you this is the way your Google My Business post should be set up. And that being said, almost, let's say a little bit of what I'm going to teach is against Google's terms of service. But as long as Google will let me slide it up in there, I'm going to keep sliding it up in there. So number one being, when it comes to Google My Business post, you are not supposed to use links in your post. You're only supposed to use their learn more links and call now links. But that being said, it works amazing when you put your name, address, phone number, and you put your links inside of your post. It works amazing. Okay. That's just a fact. Now, this is their GMB. We're going to optimize it today. There's a couple of things. Most people, when they get a Google My Business listing and it first comes to you, what are they thinking? It's like, I want to optimize it. I come out and I'm like, okay, let me audit it. And the first day and one day I want to go in through the just info, and I'm going to go like this. For example, I'm going to go, all right, is the keyword in here in location? For the love of Almighty God, don't touch your name, address, and phone number in the back end. Not right now. I mean, right before the whole rollout with the algorithm update, I probably did 100+ name changes and not one got suspended. Now touch it. I guarantee this thing will go suspended live. It's not what I want to happen. You know, so some of the tricks I was using to get the names changed don't work. Literally, like for instance, I would tell you, for instance, change the name and don't scroll and just hit Control F5 about 5 or 6 times and then it switches. Yeah, that shit could get you suspended, you know, right now. So I'm going to wait once it's back up and everything. I let everybody know, but I look at this and from a business owner's point of view, not an SEO, not a marketer. Why? Because most business owners, when they come in here, a sure sign of you being an SEO or you being a marketer, which Google is going to hate, is you come in here and you optimize this thing all in one day, or God forbid in 1 hour. And you go in here and you add a bunch of posts and a bunch of Q&As and a bunch of reviews, all coming from various Gmails that are nowhere near this IP or this location of this business. It's not in St. Louis, but yet I have a Gmail that was created in Calcutta, wherever, and you're posting questions or you're posting reviews. They're probably A, the reviews aren't going to stick. B, you may even get flagged. But I'm just going to give you a bunch of tips today in regards to Google My Business, especially optimizing it. If you want to know how to optimize, I'm going to go through the whole thing. So I look at the name. We've also done the reverse engineering class already, but we're going to do it a little bit some more today. So does the title have the keyword in it? Yeah, it's got sod and it has install, but not installation. Installation is my actual keyword that I want in it. Mind you, and most people say, well, if it has a keyword, it's really easy to rank. Well, this bitch had the keyword in it and it was red as shit. So you tell me, just because it has a keyword in it, it's easy to rank. That's not always the case. I've actually seen many a times GMBs not rank even with the keyword in it. I've seen people in the top 3 without the keyword ranking. So I always try to tell people, yes, it's a ranking factor, but don't be, if that's your only SEO that you know, if that's the only marketing you know, just go ahead and stop. Do us all a favor and just stop it. Okay. Do you have service areas? For me, when I first came in here, this guy had probably 30 different service areas. I've already removed them. That's the only thing I've done to this GMB. Okay, because when you come in here and this guy or any of the ones you have 30 different service areas, you're diluting the area they serve. He serves St. Louis, Missouri. He don't serve 50 miles away. Okay, so I want to get rid of this. If my address, which is hidden, okay, is St. Louis, Missouri, my service area should be St. Louis, Missouri. Just my personal belief. Yes, you can do whatever the hell you want, but I'm just telling you what works for me. Okay, the hours of operation, make sure those are all filled out. They're closed on Sunday because they're good little church boys. All right. If you want to add more hours, if you want special hours, let's say Christmas coming up, Hanukkah's coming up, whatever, New Year's coming up, whatever you want to take off. Okay. Here's another one. For instance, you have call history turned on. Okay. You need to make sure you have call history, and I'll go over what call history is. Call history pretty much shows you when did the calls come in during a set time. Did they leave a message, et cetera, et cetera. We'll go over some of that through insights and stuff, but you always want call history turned on. Okay. Let me admit this person in. Okay. You can no longer edit or add a short name. This is a short name right here. You can delete it or leave it alone. Google has taken away the ability to edit it. Okay. You can no longer edit these. If you go in here to edit, it's going to tell you, nope, sorry, can't do that shit. Why? Because they know, they know this is a little trick, because I can keyword stuff in here, right? Then I have this link right here. He does not have an appointment link. I have seen GMBs get suspended just by messing with name, address, phone number, and believe it or not, your website link and your appointment link, just by editing this. So what's going to happen is when I go to do certain edits like this, I'm actually going to go through the front end. What do I mean by front end? Right now, we're in the back end. By front end, I mean going to maps, typing in St. Louis sod install, right? And why is it not coming up here? I need to go through my VPN. There we are. So clicking on it using a local guide account, preferably 8, preferably, either an 8 or let's say a 9 or 10, and going in here and doing some suggested edits, like changing name, details, stuff like that. That's the only way I will ever touch any of this information anymore. Okay. And the reason being is because half the time it gets suspended. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pull the appointment link. Anytime I use it, it's going to be from the contact page. Okay. That's step 1. And then after that, all right, So this guy's a sod installation person, and we need to add products. He only has 2 products. What most of you are going to have the tendency to want to do, and what I would even want to do is, I mean, it's just me, it's just a marketer's tendency, is I want to go in here and I want to slap all these. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 different things I'm going to want to add in here as a product. Do not add them all in here in 1 hour. Okay. Don't sit down. You got to think like a business owner. Well, most business owners go into their GMB and spend a day filling all this shit out. No. So what you want to do is come in here and fill out one item, then maybe come back the next day, and then maybe come back the next day, and then maybe come back the next day. Sometimes it can get you suspended, sometimes it won't if you do it all at one time. So I'm going on the air of caution when it comes to this. I've already got the GMB in the top 3. I don't want to screw around and screw any things up. A local guide account. What do I mean by local guide? So the more reviews you've left, the more edits you've done on a listing on Google My Business, the more photos you've uploaded, Google gives you a point system. They have a point system. So every time you do these actions, Google goes, here's a reward, here's some points. The more points you get, it changes from level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, all the way up to level 8 and 10. Level 8 and 10 is the counts that I usually get. I buy mine, and then I have other black hat tactics in which I can actually create level 8 accounts generally within a week or so. Because they can get expensive. When I used to buy them, I'd buy them at $75 a pop. So first set I ever bought, I bought 10 of them at one time. So I want to show you how to do a product. How are we going to add a product? So we go add product. It's pretty simple. We're going to go over here. Sod installation services. That's this other thing. I forgot I didn't show y'all. So for instance, we did the YouTube videos. Well, y'all saw me do like, I think one of them. We went through this entire website. Every page has a video on it. And the video is the same text that's on the page. Okay. And it's optimized completely and everything. If you go to the YouTube channel, you would see it. We've already went through YouTube like 4 days in a row, so I'm not going to do it no more. If you want more clarification, go through the classes and get the sheet, because the sheet goes through everything. But it is highly, highly, highly effective, and that's the only off-page SEO we've done. We have not even done citations. Okay. That being said, so let's say I want to do, I'm going to show you another trick too on this, but let's say we're going to do sod installation services. This is going to be our product. Let me close this window out. We're going to put in the product name as sod installation services. The photo is going, let's go over here. I'm going to go to Adobe. And Patrick, no, I'm not teaching my black hat stuff in this class personally. Not that one, not in this specific class, but maybe in another class. Okay. I got to stick to it. So if you have questions, put them in there and I'll do my best to get to them. Okay. But overall, what we're after is doing GMB posts, optimizing this GMB today. Okay. Sod installation services. You're going to name the image whenever you upload it, even if Google's going to strip it. This is just my habit, is name it sod installation services. You need to get it into a habit of naming your images, whatever you're trying to rank for. Okay. Sod installation services. What's the category? Well, it's going to be under, I'm going to create a new category. Well, what the hell are you going to do? I'm going to do sod installation services. You know, this is going to be just Category sod installation services. Price range. I'm not putting prices on it. I don't want prices on it. You see this beautiful shit right here? You could put 1,000 words of content in here, and most people don't even use this, and they wonder why they're not ranking. You know, I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying if you're given the ability to, why the hell not? And I'm not going to spin the content. I'm not going to change the content for fear of duplication. Because duplication has to do with your site. Has nothing to do with what you do off-site. All right, so it's 980 words I just put on there. Where am I going to send these people to? The call to action button. Learn more. I want to use learn more. This is one way of doing posts. There's order online, buy, learn more, get the offer. We're going to do learn more. Then we're going to send these people to link for your button. Save it. We're done. It's magic, isn't it? All right. Now, let's say, for instance, I'm 100% sure I already shown y'all this. Excuse me. I'd say, can you get me some drink, please, bud? Yes, sir. If you went to, let's say, plumber, I'm just going to choose one of these and see if any one of them actually have it. Let's say this dude right here. Let's just say. All right, so he's got products. You see how his products come up? It's kind of boring, isn't it? One way we can manipulate the CTR, or what we call click-through rate manipulation. I'm not talking about black hat click-through rate manipulation just yet. We will get into some of that because I'm going to spend 5 days on nothing but CTR manipulation and training. But CTR basically means me getting people to click on some shit. That's all it means. I'm trying to get people to click on these products, but these products are pretty boring. Right? How can we make these products not boring? Just give me an, sorry about that. My throat's dry. That's why I'm having my son go get some product, some drink. So, for example, how many of you actually know that you can upload a GIF, an animated GIF, to your GMB? And people are going to tell me, no, you can't. Yeah. Keep believing the lies Google wants to tell y'all. Let's just say it was this one right here, right? Don't believe me that this can't be uploaded. Everybody gonna say, nah, it can't be done, nigga. Sorry about that. No offense. But let's say I wanted to upload this. This is the way most people are going to do it. Let's go to posts, and I'm going to show you how to do this, all right? He's only done 2 posts on this entire GMB. So when I tell you I haven't done shit, I haven't done shit. But what he did do, which is cool, last night he posted a coupon. He put in his link. He put his phone number. He put in redeem online coupons. There's another way. Your offers are a really good way. So you don't always just don't want to do a what's new post. You also want to do offers or events. Offers or events. Those 2 right here, I can use for CTR manipulation like no mañana. Let's go ahead and try to do a post, and let's try to upload a GIF and see what Google's going to slap us with and tell us. Well, what do you know? Number one, if I go to look over here, it won't let me upload a GIF. If I hit all files and I go choose GIF, this is what it's going to tell me. Whoops, not supported for upload. How do we make this shit happen? You want to see? So we're going to go to all files down here. You're going to right click on that image. You're going to change the last three initials from GIF to JPG. And it's going to tell you, are you sure you want to change the file name? I'm going to say, yes, I am. I'm a black hat. I know all about this shit. And then it's going to upload it like magic. And you don't believe me, when this thing goes live, you'll see it. So you see it? It's sprinkling, it's moving, it's doing its happy GIF dance or whatever you got. So now when I go over here and I see these posts live, and I could show you, because I'm going to actually do a couple of them whenever we actually do these. And we show you, let's say Friday, I'll show it to you on the actual products, because it takes about 5 minutes or longer to be actually live, sometimes 24 hours. But the post, when you have an animated GIF here and I'm scrolling on Google, that's probably going to stop my eyeballs and make me click on your shit. Just like for instance, why do videos? Most people don't do videos. And if you were scrolling and let's say, I'm just picking one out of random. And sometimes you'll do it, local SEO course. Let's try a couple of them. And you see this stuff right here, this probably makes your eyeball go to it and jump. So what we're effectively trying to do with our animated GIFs on posts or make people click on them. The higher click-through you get, when someone clicks on a post, Google goes, oh, they're interested in this person. This person is probably someone they like. So the more click-throughs I get, obviously the better, right? So let's pretend I'm going to go looking, and there are ways you can make your own, and I'll go over that with animated GIFs as well. And there are some other things we'll go over. I've went over some of this stuff already, but we're going to go over as much as possible. So let's say SOD GIF. I don't know. Is there one available, or am I going to have to make them and not be lazy? So let's just say like this one. I don't know. Maybe it is one. I doubt. There we go. There is one. And guy's bouncing all over his sod or whatever. You could do some of this stuff. I mean, some of these right here, animated GIFs like this one. Some of this I'm going to have to be like, okay, these type things, these are just funny GIFs. You can also go, for instance, we could take an animated, we could actually make a GIF, and that's one thing we're going to do today. And that way you can see how to make them. Okay, this is going to be image 1. I'm just naming it SOD installation JPEG. Services JPEG. Hit yes. And then I'm going to make another one, and we're going to take, let's say, SOD installation from here. I'm just going to make one rather quick because I would have, normally I would have my VA do certain things. Obviously, I'm not the graphic artist dude, so I'm just kind of the dude that pays the bills. But nevertheless, let's say that's SOD installation 2, right? We're going to do SOD installation services. And then this one I'm going to name SOD installation services 2, right? And then we're going to go over to a GIF maker, right? And there are 50 million of them. This animated GIF maker online. You can actually do it in Adobe, but you know, like Giphy's a really good one. GIFmaker.me. You just upload images. You literally go, okay, this image, upload this image. All right. And now we got an animated GIF. Right? That's your animated GIF. If you wanted to, you could change the canvas size or whatever you're wanting to do, right? Change the canvas size on here. I can go, for instance, animated speed, make it really, really fast or slow it down. You don't want it too slow, but you don't want it too fast, right? Just trying to show you how to make them, okay? How many repeat 0 times, make it infinite, and then hit create GIF animation. And it's going to create it. And then, you know, once it's done creating it and all that jazz, then you can quote unquote download it. Let me close all this. Let me close all this. All right, create the animated GIF. It says make a new GIF, resize it. Do you like this? Facts. Okay, it's already made it. Okay, then once you do that, you can actually upload it just the way we've already talked about, just the way we've already went through it and everything. Okay, the other one that we could use to do this is Easy GIF Maker. Easy GIF Maker I like a little bit better. Upload and make it a GIF. All right, we could actually switch this around. All right. And then I'm just going to hit animated GIF and it makes it. Made it a little bit too fast. So I want to slow it down a bit. Make it a GIF. All right. Still too fast. Right. We don't want it psychedelic looking shit, you know, where someone's going to be spazzing out or nothing like that. All right. 60 is about where I want it to be at. All right. I'm going to hit save down here. And sod installation. Services or service. It's going to save it as a GIF. Now go back up to this post. And I'm going to hit add. And of course, as I've already showed you, it's not going to even do it. So it's going to want to not do it. So I go over here and I go to the GIF and I hit rename. I rename it as JPEG. Give me 1 second. Let me get rid of this one first. This one. So you know, okay. So we're at the GIF. We're going to hit rename. We're going to be JPEG, JPG. It's going to say, give you the error. You're going to hit OK. You're going to hit upload it anyways. And it uploads it. It's animated. Right? So now I created an animated GIF for that specific page. And this specific page is going to be all about sod installation services. This is going to be a post about sod installation in St. Louis, Missouri. I drag it down so I could see this. I'm always, and I'll put these GIF maker stuff in the back end so you don't have to wonder about it. All right. Phone numbers in there. This does not have a name or address, phone number. It doesn't have a name, address, and phone, just from the sheer fact that it is a service area business. But I'm going to put sod. And let me go back real quick. I'm going to put Saint. I'm going to put their name, which is St. Louis sod install. If they had an actual phone, you know, address, I would put that next. I'd put the city and state, which is going to be St. Louis, Missouri. And then I'm gonna put their phone number, and then I'm gonna put their website. This can get it rejected. You'll usually get it, hey, it's rejected, because believe it or not, the sod installation industry is a spammy niche. Most people don't know that, but it is a spammy niche. And when you're in a spammy niche, Google will actually slap your posts more often. They'll go, hey, should be doing that shit, stop it. So I always want to try to make them look pretty, even if Google's going to make it look like crap when we're done anyways. All right. All right, then the next thing I'm going to do, if he had another GMB post, I would have went see previous, and then I get the link. Now, where are you going to get the link from? I'll show you that. So let's go here real quick, here real quick. All right, let's go to posts. How do I get my previous post links? You see this nice little share post button? I'm going to grab it. I'm going to grab this, hit copy, and I'm going to go down here, paste it, done. That's the manual way of doing it. That's the way we've always done it before Local Viking. So everybody asks me, what am I doing now that there's no Local Viking? Same shit we were doing before Local Viking. Then the learn more button, I want it to go to the page I'm trying to push, which is sod installation services. And I hit publish. We'll see if this gets rejected because of the phone number or not. Of course, there's an internal error. We'll see. Internal error. I've never seen an internal error. This is going to be an interesting one. Let's see if maybe it is because, I doubt it, but let's see if it's because of this. They might just be having errors right now. Yep. So I'm not going to be able to do the post because Google's having a issue right now with their system, it appears. Let me try one other thing and I will get out of here and we'll redo this. I'll say, don't you even begin to think. Okay, here we go. What's new? Let's try it again. All right, this is JPEG. Let's go ahead and upload it. We're going to write our posts, Okay, I'm going to learn more. Copy. Post it, publish it. There's an internal error going on with GMB right now, so I'm not able to do the post, but and then so when you're all said and done and this post is done, this is where your post should be structured. So if you have a post, your post should always have in it your logo, hopefully, and I'm going to show you some more Black Hat stuff, should have your website, should have a bunch of other stuff I'm going to show you. But you have your main keyword and the city, you have your text, then you have your name, address, phone, and your see previous post. Okay. Now, here's some other things we can do when it comes to your images. All right. I'm going to show you a couple of things we can do in regards to an image. Plepper. Let's go over to Plepper. We don't have to do it that way. If I had my GMB Crush on, let's go to my extensions and I'll show you another way we could do this. Manage extensions, GMB Crush, turn that on. There's a couple of things I want to get and I'll just show you via GMB Crush. View my CID. Everybody wants to say you shouldn't be using your CID and the CID is worthless. tell them to go back to school. All right, here's your CID. All right, copy it. So let's say, for example, I'll give you another example. This is all black hat stuff. Use it at your own detriment. It's not going to get you in trouble, in my humble opinion, but let's just say, for example, I wanted to use this image. Now, old school, if you will. Give me 1 second. It's not open. Let's go create new. Go create. Go here. Go custom. Create. Well, duh, it won't do shit. Let's go over here. Bucket. Sod installation. Grab this image. Just want to show you a couple of examples of things and how we can use images to do stuff that people don't want you to do. Old school black hat would have been take a color like this, for example, grab the green, and then of course, if you've been around SEO long enough, like I have, you take some text and put it over here and you're hiding the text, right? So we could do the same thing with this, but what we could actually do is a little bit more than that. Okay, go over here, we grab our CID. All right, we get the link to the CID, which is this right here. This will have the CID and the LRD in it. All right, you can take this right here. Then we go into this and we drop it in here. And then I will take this text and I will make it tiny, 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 tiny text. And I will also stretch it out so it can be in here. Let's take that. And then I take the opacity and I bring that opacity down because your naked eye won't see it, but Google My Business will see it. Their AI will see it. Their AI is who I'm after. I'm not after if your mama can see it or anything like that. I'm after, now if I move it too far over, of course you can see the shadow, but I'm after, you know, that actually seeing it. Now, if I had a name, address, and phone number, if I had an actual name, address, phone number, I could do that. Another thing I could do, and I'll show you all this as well, I go to SEMrush, and you can also take your review link. Who knows what the review link? You go to Plepper, go to your tools, review link generator, right? And I'm going to drop this link from the maps in here to review the generator. Okay, we're going to create the generator link. We're going to go, okay, sod install St. Louis, right? Generate a link, right? And it generated this link for me, right? Test it. Come on, baby. It's one of these two is one I wind up using. You can use the bit.ly. There's the bit.ly link. Okay, short URL stats. I'm mainly going to go after this one right here, or this place ID. Take the place ID, and then we're going to take that review link, and we're also going to drop that inside of the picture. Same way as last time. I'll duplicate the layer. And then I will move it up further up the way and then drop that in there as well. And you cannot even see it. So I'm going to fill this image up with as much information as possible. The next place I go to SEMrush. So, yep, continue working. I want all the keywords facade installation. I'm going to put every one of them damn things inside of that image. Search, Oh, give me 1 second, did the wrong one. Go to keyword magic tool. Type in your keyword. It's going to come back with this list of all these keywords. And then give me 1 second. Someone unmuted themselves and I'm getting coughing and everything else. You know, yes. All right. So let's go back to sharing the screen. Y'all can still hear me, right? Thumbs up. Okay, cool. So you get this list of keywords and I hit export. I export it as a CSV. Pull it up. Where are you at? Sod installation St. Louis. I'm gonna get rid of all this right over here. And if you don't know Excel, the easiest way I could tell you how to do this. So, you know how, for example, when you enter a keyword, you need to put a comma after it. Or if you're putting in multiple emails, you need to put a comma after it. This is how you do it in Excel. Just a quick little hack for all you Excel users. You go equals A1 and comma parentheses, right? Comma parentheses. Should I messed up. Oh man, come on. And give me 1 second. So when I do that formula, it puts a comma, it copies this, puts a comma after the word. So what I'm gonna do now to do it across everybody, but I definitely, when you do this, you don't want to be putting other cities like Atlanta and Austin and all these others. So what I'd wind up doing is I'd wind up going through here, and anybody that has a, another city other than St. Louis, I'm going to remove. Okay. I don't want to go through here and just be putting ridiculous dumb shit. Okay. But let's say, for example, I'm going to use these. I just want to show you, we're going to copy. Then I wanted to paste that formula. I hit paste special and then I hit formulas. And it's literally going to copy that entire thing all the way down, putting the formula in so I can get all the commas that I want. And now I'm going to take this right here, copy it, and then I put it on a notepad before I go trying to put it into Adobe, right? And I'm just going to pull up all these different keywords. So whenever I actually go to put it in Adobe, it makes sense versus doesn't make any sense. And once I actually do this, you might understand why I'm doing it. So I'm trying to take that image and put as many keywords in it as possible. If you don't want to do black hat, you don't have to do black hat, but these are just some things that we can do to put more relevance into that image. And what we're after is relevance. And I'm going to show you a couple more things to do, and then we'll be done with all our black hat stuff. All right, so we go over to the image again. Now I want to take the same thing. I want to put this in here, right here. Voila. And then I'll tone it down some on this one because it's a little bright. Voila, you can't see it. Now, next step. Okay, let's get this out of here. Let's get this out of here. Let's get this out of here. Now, Wikipedia is a great resource. I'm going to take, this is neighborhoods in St. Louis. This is where I've shown y'all before how you can get all your images and all your information for a specific area, right? But St. Louis, Missouri, it's saying like this is a famous landmark in St. Louis. So I can take that image. I'm going to copy this image, right? I'm going to take this image. I'm actually going to embed it in here. Y'all are like probably about to lose it. And then I'm going to take this. I'm going to dial the opacity way down. You can't even see it. But, and why I went after this, I've shown you on another class, is Google's AI can see it. So now when I upload it, they see relevance, they see keywords, they see the CID, they see everything. If you don't believe that they can see it, there is a program. Let me see if I can find it, because I got so much shit saved. It was under, yep, Vision. This is Google's Vision AI. So let's just take, for example, I'm just going to grab an image. Let's go over here. Let's say sod installation. Go to images. Or, yeah, look at that. Already up here. Still up here. If you don't think it works, I can tell you the shit works. I mean, it's just very simple. It definitely works. But let's just say, for example, let me grab an image of something that's kind of, well, what do you know? We're also up here too. We're here too. I haven't even looked at this, and you see all these freaking images are from our videos. So nevertheless, let's take an image of, let's say, a gas station. I don't know, gas station in Atlanta. Right, let's take this one right here. Save image as desktop. Right. And if we upload this on here, what Google's going to show you, it's going to say, okay, here's what I see when I look at this image. It's a building, yes. Labels. Well, it's got the sky in it. It's got some plants. It's got property, a tree, shade, building, real estate, facade, fixture, commercial building, window, door, landscaping, roof, city, logo, retail, company. Okay, then go to logos. What? Racetrack? It pulled that shit out of there? How did it find that? How does it know that this is a company logo? Right, so it's pulling all this information and gets into images. And is it safe search? Safe search means, is it pornography? Or is it, gambling, smoking, liquor, shit like that, drugs? Is it racy? Very unlikely. So when we take those images and put those images in there, realize that Google's AI will pick up on stuff. Another black hat tactic I won't get into, I won't tell you to do it or nothing, but you can take these images and just so happenly drop in some, I don't know, pornography and upload it to, I don't know, maybe your competition's GMB. And Google will see that and they will flag it. And the more and more they start seeing that, they can flag a GMB and get it taken down. I have easier ways of doing it. I don't really do that too often, but that is another way in which you can use Google's AI. Don't believe me? Let's see, gas station. Hopefully we won't see, I'll take this off the screen share so we don't see anything too crazy. I'm just saying, because I don't know. All right, let's say, I'll see if I can get something safe, but a little racy. I don't know. All right, let's take this image right here. This image right here, I'm going to take it and see how racy this is for it. If you don't believe me, but we'll see. So this image right here, we're going to see how racy it is. New file. Just grab one and see what it tells you. All right, let's see. Safe search. Racy, very likely. So it's not adult, it's not spoof, it's not medical, it's not violent, but very likely. Let's say marijuana. I don't know. Let's just pick a leaf and see if they recognize this as marijuana. I'm doing this to show you kind of Google does see all these images and all this shit, right? See, and then this, it passes because all they see is a plant. But now I guarantee you probably you take this right here, it's going to see something totally different. Let's try that one. But you always want, you can use this Google Cloud to actually see, are you going to get away with something or are you not going to get away with something? Could you get away with it in regards to, let's do this. Could you get away with something or are you going to cause yourself some issues? There it is, like this right here. See, it's not valid. It won't even let me upload that damn image. Let's see if it will pick up this little nugget. Okay, it's packaged goods apparently. So you could say that this is safe, even though I know what it is. It's definitely a plant. It's definitely, you know, somewhat rock and art. So this image is completely jacked up and it's not picking it up. But sometimes you'll get them where you can do it and you're not going to be able to post it up there. Let's say if we did this one. Right. And see if, because sometimes Google will allow you and sometimes they won't. But I guarantee if you get into some racy, pornography, gambling, stuff like that, then they wind up smacking you and won't let you do it. So that's why we're going to be doing these images this way, is because whatever I'm putting in the back end, Google will see it. Okay. Now let's go back to sod installation with information. So we do products. We've done the services. You know, the services are going to resemble your services underneath here. Okay. Now, when you go into your description, you can put 750 words in your description. Right now, he literally only has 339. I don't really like that, so I'm going to change that a little bit. Right. Add in as much content as possible. I'm already at 465 words. Already up to 688. I'm going to get rid of this learn more. We have the learn more there. Benefits of sodding. All right. We're up to 688 words. We're good. We hit apply. You're good on that. Let it be. Opening date. You know, I know for a fact he opened up this year, but I'd have to call the client and say, hey, you know, when did you actually open up? All right. And do you see that? So 5 minutes ago, or however long, 15 minutes ago, I used my level 8 account or level 10 account, whatever it is now, and asked to do the appointment link, and it accepted it. It had up here, hey, there's some information. Do you accept it? And I said, yes, and it added it in. By Friday, what we're going to have is we'll have all the products, all the services, and we'll have probably 10 GMB posts as well. Now the reviews, he's only got, you know, he ain't got too many of them. He's got 10. So, but we're also going to go in here and reply to reviews. And I've went over this before, but I'm going to show you again. We're going to use Conversion AI. We're going to go to their template, and then the template is review responder. And the name is going to be St. Louis. So product is this. The reviewer is John Bell. It's a level 5. And we're going to type in his review and then hit generate AI content. Not all the time is the AI content the best, but it beats having to invent them. So, hi, John, thanks for the review. We're glad to hear you found our installation process easy and that Ron communicated well with you. That's great. I love it. So I hit reply, I drop it, post reply. Another thing you can do, which most people don't know that you can do, is you can put emojis in this shit. You put, let's say, smiley. I don't know. Let's choose smiles. Copy. I'm going to edit it. Post reply. Increases click-through rate. It's another way we can do it. All right. So this makes our life easier in having to respond to these reviews versus going, okay, well, what do I do? How do I respond to these people? You know, that sort of thing. So he's replied to some of them, but not all of them. We'll make sure they're all responded to by Friday. We'll have that completely done. All right. So the next thing we're going to go to calls. If you didn't have calls turned on, you would be able to turn on call history. If I had turned it on right here, you'd hit calls and it'd say it's not turned on, and you hit turn on call history. Okay. Insights. What does Insights show me? It just shows me pretty much how much traffic he's getting, how many calls is he getting, how many interactions he's getting, that sort of thing. This is why the guy is happy. Sod near me is coming up. Sod, St. Louis, Sod installation, St. Louis. This is where he's getting all his traffic from. Right? So all that lovely content and stuff is bringing in all that traffic, which is great. And this also tells me why, and we're going to stop soon here, but another reason why this information is important is I can use this for when we go over CTR manipulation. I need this information. And then also another one we get is when we go down here to drive. Look at this shit. This is crazy. Past quarter, he's been going ballistic on search. On his customer actions, he went from nothing to where he's at now, just in the past month. So photo views. Now what you're going to see with photos is now that we start posting, you're going to see this go ballistic. You'll see people starting to find you on photos and stuff. Okay, there's not enough photo data, etc. down here to, even get into it, but that's why that information is important. Now, let's say if they were actually a location that had driving directions, what you could use that for, and let me see if I could show you some. Let me see. Let me see if I got one. This one's suspended, so that's not a good one. Let me go back to my Google My Business and get another one. People send me this stuff for suspensions and they want me to fix them. So let's go to Vapi. So it actually has a physical address. And if we go to insights, what we'll see, for example, under insights here is customer actions. And you'll see, for instance, requests for directions. This tells me most of my traffic is coming from this area, right? But what if I wanted it to come from different areas? And let me go into a different map and see if I could show you a different one. I want a map in which you see multiple driving directions, because then we can show you how we look at this map. All right, so insights. So driving directions requests, there's not enough data. Sometimes you'll look at these maps and what they'll do is they'll have, for instance, the driving directions will be a lighter. Let me see, how many people looking for divorce on this one? Okay, not too many. But what happens if you look at this map, I'm just trying to find one that I can actually give you an example of. True property management. Let's try that one. So I can give you a good idea. That's a good one. It's not a good one on directions though. But let's say, for example, this map had a bunch of purple up here, really dark purple, light purple here, light purple here, light purple here. That tells you the darker the purple, the better you're getting most of your traffic from this area. But if it's a lighter color, then you're not getting as much traffic over here. So you might want to do some pages regarding your services in that specific area, like Costa Mesa. Okay, we're going to go through some of these and see if we can find any driving directions that we can use and show y'all. Okay, request for directions. 1/4. You're not going to show it to me, of course, not enough data. And depending on if people actually drive to your location will depend on if you're going to have any of this data. So here we go. So you see how in this one it's telling me, for example, that you're getting more traffic from this area right here, which is Green Hill. But I want more traffic from, let's say, this area or this area. Then what I need to start doing is writing some content based upon the different areas. Like Green Hill's getting the most, but if I want it mainly from Nashville, so I need to write more about Nashville. So that's why insights are very important for us, on top of seeing where your traffic is coming from, what keywords people are using, etc. Last but not least is your GMB website. Your GMB website, everything that you create, whether that's post, whether that's reviews, whatever it is going to go inside of here, right? All of your posts are inside of here. All of your images, all that shit goes in here. Okay, so that's why it is important. Your testimonials, all that stuff's there. So it doesn't ever go away. If I was to delete a post, guess what? It's still going to be in their archives. It does never get deleted. I've tried it. I've practiced it. There's one last little tidbit, and we'll go over this on another one where I'll actually give you the SOP to doing it. This is what I call, it's a stack that I made up mainly because at the time we didn't have, if you will, Signal Genesis coming out with an RSS wall. You look at this site at the bottom of a lot of my sites, they have what I call a will stack. It's just my stack. You see the keyword down here. It's not completely black, not completely hidden, but not completely visible. And I use the main keyword, which in this case is tree removal, St. Charles County. If I click on it, it's going to take you to a page, and that page is going to be all about tree removal, St. Charles County. But then I embed inside of here the actual GMB website. And then I also take all of the GMB posts and I hot link them. Hot linking is simply right-clicking, copying the image, and then pasting that image on a specific area of the website. Okay. Then I create an RSS feed of their GMB post. This is essentially what Media Room is, except Media Room looks a lot more beautiful. Okay, with Signal Genesis. And then I also embed the name, address, phone number, and I embed the map with the keyword insertion inside of the map. That is my stack that I was looking for an RSS feed creator. And that's what I wound up doing. I literally created the app. It says app.rss feed. And whenever we use that, it literally just puts it all in here for me. There's just, we'll go over this in a different class in which I'll basically show you how to do it. All right, let me go to some questions and then we'll be done for the day. Oh my goodness. So for example, when I'm doing GMB posts and I have, let's say, 4 different categories, I want to create those posts. And then when I hit see previous posts, all those are going to be about that specific service. So if it's emergency tree removal, all those posts are going to be connected to emergency tree removal. If it's just tree trimming, it's going to be about tree trimming. If it's going to be stump grinding, it's going to be all the posts related to stump grinding. And that's simply how we're going to stack those. If someone has different services, I say it over and over and over and again, I prefer to keep one service on one website. That's just how I do it. So not saying you have to. I do not always add the city name and keyword to the title of a business. Yep, F5 trick does not work right now. So can you make an appointment link on the website, off the website? Yes, that's what we did. Okay, you use a Calendly link if you want. I've seen people do that. It's not something I necessarily do. I want everything tied to my website or my GMB. Wave video, the GIF. So we went over a bunch of stuff today. And we're going to have them GMB posts done as well. So how long would a typical GMB take to set up? An hour. I mean, really, if you did it, I wouldn't do it all at one time. So do an hour a day, do a couple of posts here and there, but about a week. Give me a week and I'll be done. You want to always do posts, coupons, offers. You don't want to just do what's new posts. You want to do offers, such as if you're running a restaurant or whatever. The images that we use on the GMB and why I say post 5 days a week is I'm then going to take those posts and embed them inside of the, if you will, blog. So how do we do that? I right click the image, I hit copy, I go to the blog, I hit Control V. That's all it is. That's what hot linking it is. Right clicking on an image, hit copy image, go to where you're wanting to put it, whether that's a cloud stack, a G stack, another website, your own blog post, your own press release, any of that, and hit Control V. And that is essentially hot linking. And then what happens is that image is specifically tied to that GMB. It is a Google asset, and now it is placing that asset on another website, which creates more signals. So the other question I get a lot, when you're uploading images, should you put the latitude, the longitude, all the XF data inside of it, right? You can, and we do, and I use GeoImager, GeoImger, GeoImager, to put in keywords, latitude and longitude and all that information. If you upload that image to Google, Google's going to scrape all that. It's pointless on Google. It is not pointless on your website. Every one of my images on my website right now, the sod one we did, has the latitude and longitude of St. Louis, Missouri. Okay. Then we're going to use those same images and upload them into cloud stacks. A cloud stack is a place like Microsoft, Azure, Amazon, all these other places that enable you to upload HTML websites. Okay, so it's not useless if you're using it on other assets. Okay, you got to think outside the box. How can I use this in other locations? Okay. Do you think it is good to do this on location pages, images? I do it on everything. So when we use images, we are going to optimize our images by using keywords, by doing cloaks and different stuff that I was just showing you. Okay. How did I ever find out about the use comma? Because I thought about it. I was like, how can I put commas on all of my shit? Let me go to Google. And that's how I found it. You putting each text on its own layer in PS? No, I take all the text. Well, each the CID, yes, the review link, yes, on their own layer, and the keywords all on their own layer. So let's see, Patrick. Well, can you do the same methods with images on your client's website? I do them on every site we ever work with when it comes to my agency's clients. So all of our agency's clients, if I'm teaching you this, we're doing it on our clients' websites. And this is why you keep seeing my geo grids looking like cabbage. So you will get into some other stuff. Someone's asked me, is there a way to report other GMBs? Yes, I have a whole way I report other GMBs, and I can generally get GMBs taken down within 5 minutes if I want. So it's not something I go out and say, hey, let me take someone down. You got to really piss me off. And it's another reason I don't teach it, because quite honestly, people act like children and they go, oh, this person pissed me off. So we don't do that. Do you have to pay for Google Cloud? Yes. Most of the cloud programs you have to pay for. Azure, all of them, Amazon. Am I going to be talking to, are I pointing Viper at any of GMB's Williams? That don't make sense. At one point, if this is what you're mentioning, at one point I will be going over Viper CTR manipulation. I'll go over it for a week. It'll be Monday through Friday. Not yet. We haven't even done any CTR on this. I'm not going to do any CTR on it because it's pointless. I dominate the 3-pack. So can you update the website and appointment links once you just verify the GMB? No, I would tell you, don't act like an idiot. If you just verified the GMB and you go in there and you change everything after you verify the GMB, very likely you're going to get suspended because you're acting like an idiot. Let it marinate, let it be around for a while. Treat it like a business, not like a marketer. Okay. If you're going to do it, use a local guide, level 8, 9, or 10 account, and you can very easily see that it gets taken. It's accepted almost any time when you do it that way. That is also how because I have people ask me this, how do you flip a Google My Business listing that's verified and it's in a specific category, but I want it to be in another category? I do it through GMB edits on the front end using local guide accounts. I don't do it on the back end because it will get you suspended. When I go to teach local guide, I will let everybody know. Really, it's not that hard. Once you see how easy it is, you'll be like, I can't even believe it. think of it this way. I can go look for GMBs that don't have someone posting on it, don't have someone responding to reviews. It's there, but they're neglecting it. And I go in there and I just upload a shit ton of reviews and I upload a shit ton of photos, and voila, I'm at level 8, 9, or 10. You know, it doesn't take that much. And you can upload images rather fast. Most people say you can't, but I've gotten a level 8 within the most, I think, is about 15 minutes. You know, once I've learned some of these tricks. I was so excited for local. Yep, he gave at a level 5, they gave him socks as a reward that says Google. I remember those. Local guide, how to get to level 8. I'll go over local guides. I've already seen the socks. I actually know someone that's they have been flown out by Google. There's only a handful of people they do this with. They flew them out to the Google headquarters before COVID, obviously. And they're not just a typical, if you will, product expert. Everybody, I'm a product expert. You know, anybody could be a product expert, but it takes, you know, someone that knows what the hell they're doing to actually be at the level where Google is going to fly you out. All right, let's see. Adding the calls tab, if you click on insights and enable call history, you'll get the calls tab. Not every category is allowed to have the call history. So if it's available in your category because it's still in beta, then it will be there. If it's not, you don't have access to it. Do I do anything with direction requests showing in GMB Insights? If they are not getting enough driving directions in a specific area, I will then take that information and go, okay, let's say Charleston, South Carolina, and I start writing information or content about Charleston, South Carolina. Okay, and I try to manipulate the maps. And that's when I also get involved with my advanced driving directions or my advanced location page stack. And FYI, in the next few days, I will be dropping my WordPress plugin for the location pages. So all you have to do is drop in short code, 3 little pieces of short code, and Google pulls all that information from Google's API, because we're using the API, and it pulls things to do, places to go, driving directions, nearby places, neighborhoods, all that stuff. So Patrick, to everyone, should your sod installation client add sods products? Yes. Going to be doing that eventually, probably in the next few days. We'll have it done. Some GMBs have calls enabled. Yes, some not, because it depends on the category. The Google site keeps growing. What happens is after so many days, your posts are archived, but that does not mean they go away. It just means they're archived. I charge $250 a month to manage someone's GMB only if they want me to only manage their GMB. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate it. Just trying to help business owners. That's all. You create a second GMB if I'm doing different type of services. Yes. I don't ever remove expired offers. I don't ever remove or delete anything off of my GMB. That being said, even if you delete it, it's still in their archive. I've had people ask me, well, what if you hot link an image in a blog post and then that post gets deleted or rejected? Well, it doesn't matter. I've actually deleted one and then it's still hot linked because it's still in Google's archive. Okay. No. So would you get penalized on websites if images have hidden keywords? This is why I'm telling you. I will put the latitude and the longitude in an image on my website, and I will use the alt tag to put the keyword in it. I will not do all this layering and stuff I'm showing you on my website. That is for other websites such as the GMB website, the GMB post, the cloud stacks, the Google stacks, all that stuff. Okay. Don't do that shit on your website, because Google can't, I'm not saying they will, but they can smack you for doing some of this stuff. Just like in the old days, you do hiding of text at the bottom of a site and changing the text to be the exact same color of footer. Okay. Appreciate that, Greg. Awesome stuff. All right, let's see. Yeah, most like level 7, level 8, 9, and 10 are going to be good enough, in my opinion. The plugin and be ready. It's already ready. I'm just having them add one more, see if we could add one more thing, because it will make my life easy. If I could get the driving directions in there as well, is what I'm working on right now, instead of having to manually do it all. Does a SOD installation website already have backlinks? No. It was, if you go to the very first class, you'll see it had literally nothing. He had no pages, no content, no nothing. Okay. I have not done even a citation on his website. Okay. Not even a citation. You know, I'm full between, do I even want to do freaking citations right now? You know, and if you go to actually take, just for example, if you take and I'll show you real quick if you want to see, here's how to tell if someone's actually got backlinks on a site. So I took the domain name and I put it in Google. The only thing I have is 223 pages that's on this website. Right. That's why I said I got, you know, and all of these are all of our videos showing up. You see it all tied to this. 223 results, and not one of them, not a one. This, I don't know what that is, but it's just giving me statistics. Not a one of these are quote unquote backlinks. It's all pages or videos of our website. So next, probably we'll be going over citations. Citations, pretty simple to me. I don't think they're as important as a lot of people would probably say they are. I just don't think they're that important. So I'll do probably 20 of them are actually important. But as you've seen, did I need to do citations to get ranked? No. Did I need to do backlinks to get ranked? No. I haven't even done a press release yet. So once we actually start doing the blogs, then we do the press release. And then once we do that, it'll probably be ones all across the board. So I'm just taking this whole class as step by step by step by step, everything we do, like this into this week. You know, we'll probably do some more, but by end of this week, we'll show you the blog, you know, the GMB completely optimized posts and everything on it. And then we're going to start citations. I'll give you a list of where we put them. I'll give you a list of where we can also upload images and where you can upload videos. And then next week, we're going to get into actually probably showing y'all some CTR manipulation, maybe next week or the following. So the plan is now once you're ranked across the board like that, I'm going to drop another one, which is going to be, okay, give me a number 1 through 300. And like most of y'all know, take a guess, whoever wins, I'm going to take one of these niches, one of the hard ones like locksmith, garage door, or, you know, marijuana facilities, stuff like that, and see which one we can get ranked. And if it's going to take me longer than, let's say 30 days, 60 days is generally what it should take. But most people will tell you it takes 6 months because they want to get that bank. So if you have any other questions, once this is done, I'm going to drop the audio file on the back end, and I'll also drop the video on the back end. if you have any, yeah, water damage restoration is supposedly a tough niche, but it has never been one for me. So, but pay attention, because when I drop that and y'all start guessing numbers, whoever gets the right number wins. And you're already seeing you're getting about $5,000 worth of value just in me ranking. And the guy stayed busy since he's been on pay in the top 3. His name's Ron Stage, and he's already sending me extra clients. And then he's already talking about starting another business in St. Louis. So, and we're probably going to be doing lawn care for him. So separate from sod. If you have any other questions, drop them in the back end of the group and I will be sure to answer them. And I will talk to you guys soon. Be blessed.